Go through these bid sheets with you and explain to you what I do on each one of them. So when I get them, the first thing I do, obviously, is copy and paste the address. It is easier if you put them in the body of the letter, the email. I'm sorry, because and make sure that you include the city and state and zip code, because sometimes an address may have the right zip code but not the right city, or vice versa. And it's good to know for sure, do they call it a different city or something like that. So please make sure you send me the complete address of the property in the body of the email. You don't have to send me a separate email. It does, for me, it does make it easier, because when I'm looking it up, if you put the address in the body, I'm sorry, if you put the address in the title of the email, it makes it easier for me to search it when I'm talking to you on the phone, so that I'm on the same page with you. But anyways, I have what's called RPR. I have that because I am a licensed agent. So the first thing I do is I come here, which is yeah, Realtor Property Resource. I look at the comp, which is 46. Also look here, they're not very confident in that comp because it's only a 1 star, but I'm seeing quite a change. So it's gone up almost 40% in the last year, 35%, almost $3,000 in the last month. The market is super, super inflated right now, but I'm not confident enough in the comp. So I'm going to search this. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm looking at each address to see if it will give me a comp. And Realtor.com gave me one, and I'm writing it down. Realtor at 50K. Then I'm going to go back here and look at Zillow, and they gave me 45.9, which is pretty stinking close to 50. Well, yeah, 45.9. It is close to 50, but it is close to 45. So I look at that. I'm going to look at Redfin. They're saying 44, which is closer to Zillow. Redfin, and they're saying 44,278. And then I'm going to go look and see what else. Now, I'm not going to go too much farther than about 3, but because we have about a $5,000 difference, I want to see what they give me. Let's see. Block. They do not give me anything. So I'm going to go background check, and that doesn't matter. So right now, with the property resource being at 46, Realtor at 50, Zillow at 45.9, Redfin at 44,278. So you have 37,250. So for me right now, I'm going, okay, what is Cadwell saying that I'm not? So I'm hoping it's in the comps. So couple things that I do that most people, or that I don't do that most people do, is I don't go to beds and baths anymore, just because of, you could have the same square footage of more baths, or you could have less baths in the same square footage. So I'm going after the square footage. The other thing that I do is in the search box, I'm putting the address. One thing I've noticed about Zillow is that sometimes they don't pull it into the neighborhood, which is annoying. But this is a 500 square foot house. It's pretty small. So this is 500 to 750. Okay, so I understand why you are where you're at, to a point, but your high or your low is 12.5, which I don't see, um, because it's quite a bit farther away, but it is smaller. So, you know, within 2 miles, that's good, but you have this house that's close. So, for me, I would not have used these because they're 2 miles away. And they're not 2 miles as you drive. It's true 2 miles as the crow flies. Well, it could change quite a bit. Um, so another thing too is I try to figure out, you know, right now I think it's this one. Yes, this is the house. So this one's right down the road. This one doesn't even show. This one doesn't even show. Which I don't care if you go out one. I know that one of the videos says that you could go out one, but still, I mean, this house, our subject house, is right around here. I can't remember now. I think it's this one. Um, but still, these are quite a ways away. We're going to have to go out, yeah, quite a ways. Which, you know, we got one down here that's around the block. We got one here that's around the block. So I guess it's up to you on if you want to go with it on the 12.5. But again, too, I don't see the 62. So I don't know where you got the 62. To me, I'm trying to be a little bit tighter because this number is really hard to make a profit on. And I'm trying to, because are there houses out there that go for 37,250? Yes, of course. But you know, I guess for me, I would be a lot closer. This 12.5 would be 30, and this high comp would be 50. So it'd be pretty stinking close to what you've got. But still, I see it as closer to that, um, you know, closer to that 45K range just because of what I see. And we have to be closer to what, you know, everybody else is saying when you're looking at a number like 45K. If we were closer to 100, then I would say, you know, let's go ahead and I'm going to just let it go. You know, you're at 37, I'm at 40, you know, 45. If we'd have been, you're at 87, I'm at 95, we'd have left it alone. But that 5,000, $7,000, that could make or break a deal here. So next one, I'm going to do this Park Street. Copy and paste. Again, first thing I do is I go to the RPR and see what they have to say. So they're saying that it's coming down and they're at 56. So the RPR is at 56, but they are not confident in it. So again, like we said the last time, I'm going to go ahead and look. Realtor.com. I got to make sure this is the right address, and it is. So they're at 55.7 at Realtor. And the next one, Zillow, they're at 43. 43,847 at Zillow. And So they're saying it's got an MLS number. Redfin estimates 51,872. Redfin 51. I'm writing these down as I'm going. 872. Do we have anybody else here? Yes, Trulia. Hold on a minute. Trulia, they don't have an estimate. What did I see here? Park Street, single family home. Okay. 1501 South Park. They got 19.5, but I think that's what it sold for. So to me, that's not a good. I mean, that's a good comp. We know that it sold for that, but everybody else is saying that it's worth more. Again, we're looking for ARV, after repair value. So we're looking for the completed price. We're not looking for current comp. We're looking for completed price. This is the other reason why I'm a little more particular when it comes to looking for pricing. This looks like a modular to me. House sold 3/25 2016. The prices have gone up substantially. I don't care where you are. 19.5, but it looks like a modular to me. I don't think it's a mobile home because it's got the brick foundation. So I would call it a modular, which it doesn't hurt the value, but it doesn't help the value. So all these other ones are showing what it sold for. So I'm going to go back to Zillow and look here. So we got a 960 square feet. So the first thing I'm going to do, sold. We want houses. There's no modular option. We could do manufactured, but I think that's going to skew your number. So we've got to change this here. 950 to 750. We're going to go into the neighborhood here if Zillow follows our instructions. It does not. So this one here would be a good one, 25, 897. I wonder why. What did I miss? That's why. Because I don't have the complete address. Wonder why. Oh, there we go. But it's not going to give us just, okay, so here's another thing. This is going Kangley, Illinois. So this is again the important part of a zip code, which you had a zip code there, which is, you know, they're calling it Streeter. Zillow's calling it Kangley. But if you look here, which I know you can see this, you live there, Streeter, but they're showing 25. Where did you, you're showing 25 and 57. And I said closer to 45 or 50. So I see why you got this number here. And you got one here, but this one doesn't look anything like the one we've got. We have a bunch of comp options. So this one here at 57. So I'm going to change my mind on this one. I'm going to say that I agree with you on your price. Yeah. Let's see. You came up with a 41. Yeah, 41, 45. Let's see, let's get back here. 41, 45 to 50. You know, again, I see where you're coming from. I'm not going to argue with you too much on that one. You know, I now I can see the numbers. I wonder, I think my biggest one was the next one. Okay, so here, right here. Streeter, I get close to 50. I'm going to change my mind on that one. I think I see your numbers. So I'm going to leave that one. Let's go with this one here. This is the biggest one for me that I was not seeing your numbers. Let's see why. So they're showing it at 45, and they're pretty confident on their RVM, and it's come up 17%. So I'm looking at it. I wonder what you're seeing that I'm not, because I'm pretty confident in my price here. So I want to see what you're seeing. So I'm going to go here and look up just like what I've been doing. 246 Orchard. I'm showing 31. So Zillow's 31,748. And Realtor showing 79. Realtor. Okay, 246 Orchard. Redfin is showing 56. 56, 792 for Redfin. This one's property search, so I wouldn't be looking any of that up. So let's go back to Zillow. So here's the hard part on this one. You can't see a square footage. And it's showing this one, so that brings me to curiosity. What is ZillowRealtor.com? Yep, that one there. So 246 Orchard. So is it that one or that one? Because in the picture it's showing it from the other side, which I'm catching that it's this one, not this one. But anyways, we got an 1,800 square foot, which tells me it's more than likely a multifamily. So when I'm going in here to Zillow, which again you can't see it, but the square footage that I have found, but it's a big house. So when I did this, I did not change the square footage. As a matter of fact, I took it all the way out, but I did put multifamily. So I did not see anything that would show close to what that one would look like. So, I mean, good grief, this one's 2,100 square foot. But if you look at the houses there, those are older than this house, here. So this one here, I don't know. So again, it won't allow me to go in place. The reason that I leaned on the number that, oh, there it goes. So now that it did, this is why I believe what I believe. Because it's in the neighborhood. It's close to, within just a few blocks, and I have comps. It's pretty low. I mean, this one's 1,800 square feet. Sold at 54K. This one here, I'll bet you this one's a cash cow. If it's a multifamily. This one here, it's 35K. It's 1,584 square foot. But you can look visually; these are huge. This one's 18,000. So there's lots of questions for me on why it sold for that. They trashy on the inside because the outside don't look bad. Pictures can be deceiving, I think. I've looked at a lot of houses that the pictures show good and you get at the house and it's horrendous. The other thing to me too is the year that they were sold, because this one's 1919. This one's 21 at 75, but it doesn't look like the ones we were looking at. This one here, 62, 4 bed, 2 bath. It was sold in 21. So at the 114, I can't see it. So I'm seeing closer to that 45 to 50. I could even argue closer to 60, just because of what I can see here. Now again, these are farther away, but this one here, that's 1,300 square feet. Again, you don't see the square footage. You see the massiveness of the house, the size of the house. This one's 162, but it doesn't look like the property that we're looking at. If we're comparing them apples to apples, that one, which you can't see the side of it, but if you come over here to, to the street view, you can see it is a massive house. And I'm assuming this is the one, even though the RPR shows it as this one. This one's probably the one. Let's see if yep, that's what it looks like. So, it's a pretty big house. So that's the reason that I am where I am on them. I don't want you to sign these, especially this one and yeah. This one here at 246 Orchard. Okay, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but we have 246 Orchard. We got 3618 Theodore and 3618 Theodore. This is another reason why I like having the addresses in the body of the email, because that confirms on which address it is. This one's 1501 Park, 1501 Park, 1501 Park, 601 South Osborne, 601 South Osborne. So they match. This one here, 3618, 246 Orchard, 3618. So I would assume that there is a discrepancy on the last one. That's probably why we're so different. Watch this video. Let me know if you have any other questions. I will be happy to meet with you over Zoom if you still need be.